Hello. Wah. Hello. All right. There you go. Forgot to mute the stream in the background. My goodness. Warm today. So, yeah. I got some new brushes. Good news. So, I thought these were. They look like they're synthetic brushes, so we'll see how long they last, but. They seem pretty okay. The reviews are quite good for them. Yeah, hopefully they're good. We'll have to see. There's different sizes, which is quite nice. So these are like longer ones for doing, or like I don't know, like things that you would need a longer brush for, like better detail on certain things. But then I've got these like fine detail brushes here. They're probably going to be the main ones I end up using. I've also got these nice flat ones, which are going to be good for doing flat edges and any kind of line work or detail that I would need a level of detail for, so that should be nice. But yeah, so we got this little Grimm Burloksson today. So I was going to do his little one of my hairs is on it, so I was going to do his little like tunic red, but I think it seems like it's mostly green with a little bit of cream on it, so maybe do that instead. Although the red would work, I think, and then keep inside my little internal pattern that I have. So we'll probably do that. Stick with what I had planned. That's probably where we'll get started. Oh, that's a massage. 2 seconds. Yeah, we'll get crack-a-lacking. Yep. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot to do something. Hold on. Very quick. Whilst I remember, before we get too stuck in, to do my insulin injection. There we go. Oh, the music's weak. We forgot to mute that whenever I came off the starting. That should be better. Right. there. So already these brushes are definitely a step up on what we were using. Not because the other brushes were bad, just because the other brushes were old. Oh, my hair's getting in my eyes. Whew. Sweating. I had the heater on a bit too long, I think. I'm baking alive. Right, so we're just going to start on the lowest level, which is going to be his. Just want to get in this little tunic. It's red. Didn't need too many coats. It's quite fine on this, so we actually can get quite a lot of our built-in for the effort, which is very useful. Here, not too worried about making a mess in this bit. Quite raised up. Get in nice. Go. So this red's coming off quite nicely. I wasn't sure if these brushes were going to arrive today, so the alternative plan, if they didn't show up, was we were going to build some elves. But they showed up on time, which is rare for an Amazon delivery. So I just thought, right, well, we'll break them in. We'll start on a character who's going to benefit from, you know, the detail brushes being nice and fresh. Just yell at me if in the chat if there's anything you can't see or if it's not there. You can maybe move the table over, the light is directly above, so good for me. Can't really see anything then. Move it over. The Grimm Burloksson is a character that I'm surprised isn't in Warhammer yet. Maybe they don't really know what to do with them. I think also the temperature in the room sort of helping the paint compared to last week. It was completely Very annoyed last week whenever I was painting. It wasn't going my way. Dry it off. Dry. I say dry, it's not like dry, like bone dry or anything, it's just dry enough that it's going to take the paint at the right consistency, which it is, which is beautiful. I need to come over this again with another little coat of red. Too wet it'll pool, which will look bad. We want somewhere just in the ballpark of looking good. What we could maybe do is a little tunic on. Maybe grab our green that we use for the cloaks to give that a little splash of colour. Differentiate it a little bit. Very nice model. We're going to be at this for a while. Getting the black shades in, or the darker shades in. There we go. So I think that's all the red we need for now. I might come back to it later. With character pieces like this, I tend to come back at later stages and decide what colour to do. So I think for the tunic, so the default one, or not the default one, but the one they have painted as Grimm Burloksson is... Well, is that his belt? There's like a little bit under his beard there. I'm not quite sure what that actually is meant to be. It looks like it's made of metal. Is he actually wearing... Oh, he's actually wearing a breastplate. Okay. Interesting. They have that painted up white, which doesn't look too bad. Hey, Kyle. How are you? Half a mug of tea ready to go. You might also hear someone cutting the hedge in the background. Apologies on that. Not much I can do. I'm alright. We got my new paintbrushes arrived today. I didn't think they were going to. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to finish this cup of tea because I almost punched it off the table. Okay, that's good. I just heard the old buzzsaw going, so I thought, you know. I need to make the chat a bit bigger because I'm slightly further away than I was last week. The YouTube one seems to be slightly better. Yeah, I don't want to box it. Let me make. Okay, well, I mean, that's bigger than it was. I can read it. So, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to like box the tea over and make a mess. Alright, I'm also roasting. Hold on, let me take my hoodie off. Oh, right. So we'll get the white done. I think we'll do. So. You have like a couple bits of white. Like that you would have like grey. Either do that or just have it be silver colored. Under's armor. I should put the camera on the other monitor. This is the beauty of live streaming. Stuff about. There we go. Where did I put my hat? Whatever. Go on. Oh, yeah. In there, just a little bit of gray. Here. Follow along, just get his arm. Little shoulder pad. Another one we might need to come back and do another coat on, but there. Under there, I'm not 100% sure. It kind of covers a lot of it, so we're not going to worry too much about it. Thought for changes that a lo-fi we'd do a little bit of jazz, some Donkey Kong jazz. Thought that'd be fun. Yeah, we want to try and just preserve some of that dark gray there. Base coat, the undercoat. It'll look quite nice. Dark-oned. The Donkey Kong jazz, yeah, the best jazz. We don't have too many more dwarves to get through, really. We're almost done. White. Quite nice. Does look like he's in a wife beater at the minute, but hey. I'm saying, like, he's in a little wife beater. He's in like a sleeveless metal. This little pipe. Oh, it's very wet. Have that down. Give his little pipe a nice little. Build this up to a nice white later. I think for his beard, I'm gonna do. I know the default one is like a blonde beard color. I think what I'm gonna do is that nice red color that I did before on the Warriors that came out really good. A couple streams ago we did that. Probably do that again. It's nice. There we go. Oh, the boomy. Yeah, the oh boomy. That was a good, yeah. D&D campaign was a good source of laughs. That was also the one where Ethan had that like goblin torture bit. Do you remember on the? Maybe you weren't there for that bit. Weird, funny but weird. That was a good D&D campaign. That was one of the better ones. It was just really, really strange. Uh, like setup that happened. I don't know how else to explain it. Yeah, it was like, is everything all right? Did you need do you want somebody to talk to? Oh, it was good fun. I mean, that was also the campaign where the Illithid was in the room. Do you remember that time you like came to meet us in the little like dwarven town? And then my character's first reaction was to pull out a shotgun and like attempt to blow his brains out. I don't quite remember if we actually finished that or if it just died from will not turn up anymore. I feel like we finished most campaigns that we played. Sometimes they just have like shorter like goals. You know, like the one. Do you remember the one Tony did? Yeah, yeah. That guy was like he was trying to monologue evilly, and then he just got a shotgun shell to the dome. Why you never have your big bad evil guy just sit and attempt to monologue to the person role playing as a dwarf. I ain't got time for that. Time to blow his brains out. If he's just gonna sit there and talk, why wouldn't I take the opportunity to shoot him in the face? Yeah, I can't remember an ending of it, so I think it might have been one that just sort of petered out a bit after a while, but it was good fun. The other one I remember is when we played Tony's campaign. Do you remember that one? With you were the frog man and we were in the undead dwarf town. That one was fun. That one was a lot of fun. I remember that was the one I played as the tiefling, and there was the tiefling woman character, and then I just my guy walked up to her and was like, "It would appear we both have infernal origin, haven't we?" Then the bit from the Undateables was like, "We both have autism, haven't we? We both have infernal origin, haven't we?" Look at my hair. My hair keeps rolling down in the way. Drive me mad. I think that was the one. Paul was a paladin. Playing for once. That was the one where Ross was playing the gnome. Do you remember? And he ran ahead of everybody. To nab all the items in the box. What happened there? Red there. Oh, that was Ethan. Ethan, the Batman character. That was funny. Let's see if I can make the font bigger, or at least. This full screen again. Hang on, I'll maybe just move the table slightly closer. There we go. Yeah, it was good. Like whenever that happened, then yeah, how does so just like sprinting through the dungeon, opening every chest in sight. Come on, guys, what's annoying about my character? All right, so I'm sort of playing with the idea of putting a little bit of white here in this little section. I think it'll look nice just to break up the metallic on the gun when we eventually get to that stage, and give it a bit more variety. I'll paint that little chin stroppy thing there. Maybe not immediately clear, but there's way less brush strokes with this brush compared to the older brushes I had. Definitely overdue getting a set of brushes. So this is a good little change. Very overdue. Already with less brush strokes on the paint, need less work tidying up. So we'll do the same on these. This man is geared to the nines. He's got an axe, a shotgun, and 2 pistols. He is ready to rock. Get down the tip of the brush. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is that they're synthetic, which wasn't on the description, and nobody mentioned it in their reviews. Generally, the animal hair brushes tend to be a bit better for longevity. Anyway, these will probably last. Probably the other ones were animal fur or hair, and they lasted probably 3-4 years before I had to get a new set of brushes. These will probably maybe last like a couple months before I need to get a new one. Synthetic tends to not hold as good. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, maybe it was there and I just didn't notice, but I was sort of looking at the reviews and like the feedback, and everybody said, and everybody was sort of giving it really good phrase, so no. They're good. They're definitely good. They're for synthetic brushes. They're very very. I've had synthetic brushes that were awful before. They did not work at all. If they just held, like you dip them in water and that was it. Because the problem with synthetic brushes is they tend to hold water a little funnily. The hair ones are just a bit better for kind of durability and actual usage out of them. See, I think that looks nice. The little white panels on the guns. Sort of hard to see just with the dark grey undercoat, but coming together. So next, I think what we will do is what do you want to do? Probably get the leather belted out now. Doesn't have a whole lot of like leathery bits. Looks like he's got like a little chain here. That could be his steam-powered beard braider that this character is allegedly invented in the world. Warhammer. Feel this is the leather bits or the little bits I want to pick up of leather. Go for our nice rich leathery color. Somebody must be building something in the house across the road there. They are going nuts with hammering and drilling and all today. Maybe that wasn't someone cutting the grass, maybe that was someone drilling. Here's the point. I haven't really had to change to a smaller brush or anything just because the control's so good. The leather pouch is done. I think it red on my thumb or something. I don't know where that red paint has come from. But we'll just carry on with their bits. We don't really have to worry too much about that little decal he's got on his the holster or the holster, which is the gun. Trying not to get onto the white. They'll probably get covered up, but alright, with the guns being a little grey, just a little, like maybe we should on silver. First there was a big whistle from my teeth there, so apologies. I was told the other day that my by my sister-in-law that they put my stream on, had it in the background, and then my little newborn nephew Isaiah was watching, and apparently he recognized it was my voice on the coming from the phone or the screen or whatever, and he was just sitting staring at the screen listening, which is quite cute. I thought. Well, it's probably just the sound of the and the color, maybe. It's still nice to think that the little fellow's recognizing his uncle's voice. Such a bruiser though, he's massive, you should see him. "12 weeks old coming up." Is that right? 3 months? Yeah, sounds about right. Give or take a week. He's already massive, you should see him. He's like the size of like a... Would John say like a 9-month-old or something? He's huge. In like the top 1% for size, I think. Colossal. I think he's got little leather flaps there under his helmet, so we'll pick them out. Some little leather flaps under his arms here. I need new glasses, or I'm ill because it's a little. Vision ain't too good today for some reason. Probably the glasses thing. Just getting this little leather, like under vambrace thing. We're not too worried about being messy here because I'm going to paint over his skin after I've done the dark wash with white, and then I'll do the flesh tone. You don't have to be too concerned there. Checking to see if there's any other leathery bits we want to pick up. I think we'll take those braids that he's got on his beard, this little braiding thing here. We'll do the little lip with silver just to add a bit more detail to him. Keep the brush head nice and pointed, just control as possible. Go. And then one final pass, just in case. Oh, his boots, of course. I think he has, like, gauntleted boots up. I don't know if they're just toe caps that he's got on. Or... oh, focus that up. There's like a little differentiation here. We can really do whatever we want. It looks like it's plate, so we'll probably just leave it. Do it with the steel there. Pardon me. Yeah, so there's one, maybe just a little teeny tiny bit we could do here. Little leathery binding, keeping that little Grimm. His little sigil thing that he's got in his back. Oh. I forgot about this, but there is like in this there's like little coals, it looks like, so we can maybe give that a little go just to see if we can make it look like it's embered. We do that now. Just get the black down anyway, and then we can get the orange in it. So we'll grab our palette. What I have not done. I've done this. This is for his eye, and then that's for something. I know what that's for. Just so I can have a clear spot on my palette. Oh. That black paint was ready to come out, and then we'll get a lower brush, probably something like this. With that brush. Dry this off. Check. Tip. Brush just on my nail. Good. Okay. So. Just want to hit the back of this. Not too fussed. We can come back and give it an orange glow later. Looks like he's got some coal in there. Hit it up, and then we'll add like a little orange layer in just to make it look like it's brighter. And then, but if we do that now with the black, we can come back with the steel and then tidy that up, and it'll look as if the coal is lit. Hopefully, is the desired effect. But see. So next up. I think we'll hit the steel's probably going to be the best color to do. Oh yes, so I have an edited video finito. I just need to do the last little pass over it, just to make sure everything's kosher, but Risk Arena 2 video coming out probably later on today. So I get this done. We'll give it a little watch, make sure everything's good. Happy with all the edits, I didn't break anything. Later. Is the one with me and you in it, Kyle? That one I was showing you the other day, so that's all finished. And then I have been playing the new expansion just to see all the cool stuff in it. It's actually quite fun. New stuff, so yeah, it's not with the DLC, but it is just that old one from the summer where it was just me and you. So that goes up, and then I will get one recorded with the DLC. I just wanted to see what I wanted to do with it. But the new character, very, very good. Very similar to the engineer, but obviously a lot more mobile. And I like engineer, so uh, the new character is hilariously fun. It's so different to how every other character plays that I honestly don't know if you could ever like go back and play the older characters anymore because they don't move like how the new character moves. Interesting. It reminds me of like playing Monster Hunter and then playing Monster Hunter Worlds for the first time. How different the movement is in that. And trying to go back to like the older Monster Hunters is like what's like going back to the other characters because they move nothing like the new character. I was running around. There's like after you get like 4 or 5 drones, you just never touch the ground anymore. So I was just like, yep, I'm just gonna zip about, and I was just shooting everybody from above. There's like an item. As the higher the higher you are, the more damage you do. So I was just zipping about above everybody, doing damage, doing more and more damage, and then I tried the new. So I just wanted to see how you actually get to the new boss, and like what his fight is like. So I got to the new boss, was like zipping about, and then just exploded, and I was like, oh, okay. There's like one move where I was like, oh, right, I see. How do you dodge this? But it's very, very good. I was thoroughly enjoying the whole expansion. I've also been playing a lot of Isaac recently, so I might do another Isaac video. Plenty of stuff to make edited stuff on. I think I could probably get to one edited video a week. And I have an idea for like a not necessarily a gameplay video, but just like a review slash discussion-y style video, which I think could be good. Obviously, this channel is like uh, when you look at this channel, is like there's no consistency in what I upload. It's like gameplay or painting streams, or sometimes it's just like there's like streams of me playing um, Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, and Magic the Gathering vids and stuff. So I'm just sort of throwing at the wall to see if there's anything that like just sort of sticks immediately, but at the same time, it's just kind of stuff that I'm interested in making videos on, you know. It's all very fun. Obviously, if we can get up to 500 subscribers, then I could maybe start paying for some extra editing, which gets more videos out. I could sort of snip the streams up. Not that anything too spectacular happens on the streams, like at least these streams anyway. It's just sort of me chatting. Yeah, it's just getting the. Obviously, we've just got variety at the minute, so once we grow, hopefully we can get a little bit more consistency. But we'll just see where it takes us. So there's going to be more was just, again, because it's quite a detailed model, so we don't want to go too hard into many different colors because we'll be here, you know, all day just doing the base coat. But we're kind of making very good progress. I think part of the reason why I kind of struggled a bit with the gyrocopter, but it's because I didn't really go into it with a plan of what to paint on it, so I just free winging it and then sort of lost my attention a bit. And then obviously the brushes sort of shafted me over at the last minute with that one, so again, not a lot you can do, but trying to keep it. I think having an idea of what color scheme I want to do is better going in. Because obviously I know what I want to do with this guy. You just kind of, there's no winging it involved in it. It's just in color, step, next color, go, go, go. So we can either keep the barrels of this gun a little grey, just have the actual works of it be iron, and then the rest be obviously still metallic, but either painted or a different, you know, treatment of metal. Again, just add a bit more variety to it, really. And keeping within a, not necessarily a set limit of colors, but generally, you know, in real life it is different. Like, you would have people come out in like borderline clown suits, but with stuff like minis, it's better to not necessarily under-design it, but come into it with an idea of a set amount of changes or a set amount of colors that you want to stick to. Just so it doesn't become too bizarre and outlandish. As you're painting, again, obviously in real life people do come out in full on clown suits to in war and stuff, so it's not like that doesn't exist in reality. It's just, it's one of those things that's too bizarre to be real, you know. Reality is often stranger than fiction, so. And as well, it just sort of keeps the cohesion of the model nice and tight. I thought it would look bad or anything, but the expression is less is more. There. Raised bits, I think we'll do a nice gold trim on them. Doors are a lot of fun to paint. It's a lot of like silver, and they always use, obviously because they're quite like, they're miners, so they have easy access to rare metals. You can get away with just putting golds pretty much anywhere you want. the like raised chain decals he has on his shoulder. We can go for it later with the gold. Right. Oh, thanks, man. No worries. Not staying, being able to stay for long. That's great. Thanksgiving. I hope you have a good one. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in the UK, but I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you very much. Do you know if Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving, Kyle? Is it like just a North American holiday, or is it like only starting now? Okay, jeez. Like Greenland, or you guys are just taking over the world? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Do you celebrate it here, Kyle? Not to give too much away about you, just curious. He's got some gold detail there, but we can tidy that up later. Silver's not too bad to paint over. It's obviously just shiny white. Yeah, fair enough. I wasn't sure if it was something that you'd like. I don't know. Maybe in case your cousins come over or anything. I don't know. I'd love to go to America on Thanksgiving, or like in North America or Canada or somewhere, on whatever day their Thanksgiving is. Seems like a fun thing, experience. Although, in my family, some we don't haven't done it in a few years, but what we used to do was with my dad's parents. My parents aren't like split up or anything. Oh, that's nice. Oh, over. Lovely. But in my family, on Christmas, usually my mum's parents would come over for Christmas dinner, and then my dad's parents would go to my auntie's house instead. And then on New Year's, my grandparents would come round, or we would go to their house, and we would have like a New Year's Day dinner, which isn't. I didn't realize it, but that is apparently not a normal thing for some people. Some people do it, but New Year's Day dinner isn't like a standard thing here. Quite a few people I would talk to that would not have. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's more common than I think. But I was just remembering that there was one friend that was inviting me out for like a day a day like drinking in like one New Year's Day, and I said no, I can't because I've dinner. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, New Year's dinner, and he's like, I've never heard of that before. I was like, oh, maybe there's just that one person didn't celebrate New Year's that way. What did I think about it? Little gauntlet all done. Okay, so it is, yeah. Not that it's like weird or anything. I think there are some people that I've talked to that do it. Yeah, just that one friend asked me like, "You want to hang out on New Year's? We go out drinking." I was just like, no, because I was like, hang on, do you not have like a dinner with your family today? Like, what do you mean? It's like to me that would be like asking someone to go drinking on like Christmas Day or something. You know, like a day you're meant to be with your loved ones, or like your familial bonds having like a day together. I think I'm gonna have this wheel here be copper. It's supposed to be like a cog style thing. God, I'm loving these new brushes. This is great. I should have got new brushes a while ago. This is so fast compared to how it was last week or the week before. So one thing I really like about these cog hammers is they are like designed to catch an opponent's weapon, so this bit at the back, and then there's like a little gear shift. Whoops, where am I? There. Like two little cogs in there, and then they catch the weapon, they pull the trigger, and then it's supposed to shatter the like swords and stuff that get caught in it. And you just beat them to death, but they don't have rules for that anymore. The cog hammers, unfortunately, I think they just count them as great weapons now. Any like I don't know why, but anything where it's in a game where you just get to yeah, where you just get to, like this ruin someone else's day by destroying things with like your technology and your faction. It always makes me laugh. Like playing blue in Magic the Gathering. I would love to do a Magic the Gathering stream where we all get our cameras set up and just play like a game of Commander or something. But the problem with that is I don't have a fourth. I could probably get two other people on, so we have a three-man game going. I have no clue who we could get to be the fourth person for that would be up for it. But I think it would be really fun to do. Or like a D&D stream maybe, that would be fun. Do you like Magic the Gathering streams, Kyle? Because you're in one. Yeah. Be tough. I don't know if a three-man game would be interesting to watch. Might be. I have a nice red colour that we're going to do the handles, just to break them up. At the minute, all our colours are quite light. We've got white, silver, grey. You just need a little bit of differentiation to break up the colours a little bit. These are little wetters. Yes, we should do that. Play arch enemy Eldrazi. That'll be so much fun. I haven't watched any of the recent ones, but is there any good Commander at Homes recently? Have you watched any of them, Kyle? I'm just really not interested in the Avatar set at all. Like, the power level's all over the place for it. Like, some of the cards are ridiculous, and then other cards are just complete, like, absolute wank. And it's not even like it fits in with the set, it's like just... Yeah, that's it is. It's all just Universes Beyond. There's no like cool. Here's this commander that I built the deck around. It's here's I don't know, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, the deck or whatever. God knows. I'm surprised that if they haven't done a Game of Thrones crossover yet, that's probably coming. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. I don't know if it's specifically the Universes Beyond. I don't know if I like it or not. Universes Beyond. I keep going back and forth on it. Like I think the they fit if it's like just for Commander, and it's just that Commander set. It's like 4 decks, so the set is built around everybody having one of those precons. I think that works, but whenever it's an actual like the Spider-Man or the Final Fantasy stuff where it's an entire, or even the Lord of the Rings stuff where it's an entire like setting, I don't think it works. And like the Lord of the Rings one sort of isn't as bad as the others, just because it's like you can go, okay, we're only going to play this one block for this again, and then the other cards are legal in Commander and stuff like that. But it fits because it's a fantasy, like an actual fantastical setting. It's not like Spider-Man, do you know, where it's like the modern world. So why don't people have guns in it? The Lord of the Rings is at the very least, you know, a fantasy setting. Yeah, or like like regular commanders or something. Like even if you just want to play commander, which to be honest, commander's like I don't know, it's like the only. Not that I hate. Well, it's not even standard anymore, but like the constructed formats, it's not that I hate them. It's just the they're only good whenever you buy into like the standard setting, and they're only the only time that you ever really have fun on like Pioneer, I think is the other one, or Modern, is if you're playing with someone who has like the same mindset where they don't want to just like go ham baps on like power level, you know, and go over the top. At least that's my consensus. It's like it's fun to play with people who are like at a similar stage or like power level as you, but the moment you like go try and find a new group or like a new group of people to play with, and then they're like all over the shop with like they're playing like as hard as they can, it gets a little like I just don't want to play the game because it's like it's either you have to go and proxy a bunch of stuff, which is fine. I don't really have an issue with proxies, as long as the people that you're playing with are okay with it. Because there was that one time that guy brought his proxy tournament, like he just went and proxied like a tournament winning deck, and then came into a little like fun tournament that we were playing. And completely like ruined it for everybody. Because everybody was like, effectively the tournament that we were playing, everybody had the same sets or access to the same sets, so it wasn't like people were coming in like 2 sets old or something, or like with different block or like a completely different mechanic. But it was like, here's my infect, 1 turn kill Maraudin deck, and then everybody's playing Shadows of Innistrad, which is like a relatively low power block. It just kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way because it was like one out of the blue. We missed like the first round of it, and we just let him play in the next round, and oh god, it was a bit of a disaster, to be honest. But not like we have to worry about hanging out with those guys again. Yeah, so ours we sort of go into it with the mindset of not making the most powerful thing we can. It's generally just like, this is, I just want to sort of exploit the mechanic that I enjoy from this one block or this one set. We'll keep everything sort of contained. And the game's slightly more fun whenever it's not 1 turn. That's weird. How to get split? Oh. I don't know what I want to do with this top bit here. So the little like stove pipe. Wow. So I think I'm gonna paint it copper just to again just to differentiate it a bit. I'll do the spokes of his gear. This as well. Oh, maybe do that copper pipe. Nah. Let me think. What would that look like if it was orange? I think the pipes would look okay orange, but I can't have any other part of the top bit be. And we're gonna have a little, there's a little rim around it that you maybe can't see, but it's like a little threaded rim that we're gonna do gold. That might be one that gets picked up later by the detail brush. I don't know if I'm gonna base coat it. I might just come back and pick it up later. In the highlight layer. Don't worry too much about it now. Quite enjoying this music. It's quite relaxing, just having a little bit of jazz in the background for once. Keep on track with talking about models rather than getting distracted talking about Magic the Gathering. Alright, one more thing about Magic the Gathering. I'm a little worried that the next set is a Lorwyn set. Because, I mean, I love Lorwyn. It's probably my favourite. It's one of the ones I got started in. One of my favourite settings. I like the cards from it. but I really do not trust the modern designers to make it good, and I'm really worried it's going to be like the Time Spiral revisited, where it's just going to be uh, like some minor reprints and then some sort of mid par cards that aren't great. And them just using that as an excuse to justify only printing universes beyond in future. Because that was a problem. Lorwyn didn't really sell very well when it came out. It was a bit underpowered as a setting. So there are like some strong power cards from Lorwyn, but the majority are not that powerful. But to me, it's a bit concerning in that sense that they're just going to spunk that one block and then never come back to Lorwyn ever again because they're like, it's too. Nobody's ever interested in this as a setting. We're just going to stick with what we like, which is Ravnica and Innistrad. Kaladesh, actually, isn't it? The racing one, the racing set, which was not a Universe Beyond set, which I forget. I keep forgetting that because of that stupid Chandra in the why am I talking about Magic the other? Chandra in the Akira bike pose. I keep forgetting about that because I'm like, oh yeah, that it isn't the Universes Beyond. It's an actual Magic universe, and Chandra's just doing the Akira slide for no reason. Okay, I think I'm happy with the steel. There. We'll do a little bit of a ratty color just to break up the monotony of me painting lighter colors and try to keep the tip on. If I keep the tip while it's wet, it'll last a bit longer. There doesn't seem to be anything like even from. Sorry, I'm not getting colors. Is this the right one? Yeah, it is. There doesn't seem to be anything like. Yeah. I mean. I don't mind the storyboard stuff. It is a bit weird though because it's not like a story. The storybook setting was Eldraine. They've already done storybook world. The Lorwyn was supposed to be Irish and Scottish mythology, so that you have like Kelties and Bogarts and the trees are all alive and they all have faces on them. So it's not like there's no set style for that, obviously, whenever you come to it, which is so nice for whenever you actually go look at original Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. A lot of the art from those settings is like they had a lot of creative freedom to do. Because obviously it's just there's not a lot of like set art for Celtic stuff. So they could just do whatever they wanted with it, really, and they'd really like the design on the. We're just getting a handle here done. The design on the elementals, the cinders, and the flamekin are so. To me, they are the best part of the set. They're my favorite like race. I really like the way the elves are done. But they all have horns and they're like very long faced. They're very different from the normal elves that they've done up to that point where they were all just humans. Oh. I'd be so upset if they. I mean, I'd be upset if they redesigned Kilrath Knight at all. Um, like anything but that dark hidden art is like, I don't know. That is like the set for me. Is that Kilrath Knight designed the original, and I'd be so upset. Oh. I might get some cards from it. It was that thing I sent you, that like how to make proxies video the other day, and I was literally just thinking about it, going, I could just proxy the entire Lorwyn and Shadowmirror just so I have all those cards in my collection to be able to use, because like cards like Painter's Servant is like such a good Scarecrow card, but because it's like part of like a grindstone combo, it's like $50 or 50 quid. I mean, I'm already sort of, the Avatar stuff is honestly pushing me over the edge of like, I think I might be done with Magic. I was like looking at a lot of the stuff, and I was like, I don't get the joke because I've never watched Avatar, Last Airbender at all, so I have no clue about any of it. Yeah, I think I might give it a go. I don't know why he laminated them, because I don't know, weird. It was a strange step to me, because I think you'd be alright just printing it on the photo paper, but so next I think I'm going to do the gold on the model. I'm just taking a little think brick. Oh, I won't do the gold next. I'll do the red. The wood on the guns, just what I remember. This always comes out really nice, and you very rarely ever need to highlight it up. Uh, just keep with our little brush, because we don't want to do too. This is the Vallejo Calvary Brown paint. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way I think about it too. It's just there's too much Universes Beyond at the minute. I wouldn't mind if they took a little break from it. Obviously, it's like, it must make them like some severe amount of cash. They must be so sad that they didn't hit up a Disney Universes Beyond before Disney started their card game, Lorcana. Like, could you imagine like Lion King Universes Beyond, like how well that would sell today? Even if it was just a commander deck, like you get 3 or 4 Disney decks, you know, like for commander. That'd be crazy. Just gonna touch it up nice with a little bit of red on the holster, on the handle of the guns. Yeah, this is a nice reddy color. Should break up the lighter colors that we've mixed in. It's a nice bit of visual dissonance. A little coil there. I think I'll just tidy that up in the next stage. I think what I'm going to do just for future stuff is I'll do the wash off green, because it's not a very interesting phase. Yeah, I mean, I think you're probably right. The Lord of the Rings stuff. Again, I didn't hate the Lord of the Rings as a like internal set. I think it's fine. It's the issue is that it was standard legal. I think is the thing I didn't really like about it. Is the new Spider-Man stuff standard legal? Or some of it is. I just don't know. Like obviously, Commander's a fan-made format, and it got popular as a fan-made format. So the fact that they can't just go, "Oh, what did people like about this?" and then have that be like the this is the most popular game they have at the minute. To the point where like I'm convinced most people don't play constructed formats anymore. Really, I'm sure there's like a couple people that still play like Pioneer and stuff. Because Pioneer was apparently quite good. I never really played it, but all my old standard decks are Pioneer decks now. So yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, you're right. It should just be like the unsets where it's like I want to play Warhammer this week. Do you guys mind if I play my Warhammer deck? And then if it's like it's okay if it's like a reprinted card. So like the Warhammer deck I have has a darkness reprint, the Necron deck. Um, and using that in other games is fine, I think, because it's a reprint just with alt art. I think that's okay. But I think that's maybe what Universes Beyond should be. Is it's like one or two unique cards that you have to get the okay to play with, and then the rest is just reprints of existing Magic cards. Because I know part of it was they wanted to do the universes within stuff as well, so that way there is like a counterpart card that's within the setting. Yeah, no, I think that's probably what they should have done is just have it be like reprints and like eventually adding in internal cards or like saying this card will be added later as an internal card. And then just having some of the cards just not be legal outside of the format without like permission and stuff. But I don't know. Again, you could just do it. Like you could absolutely just in your little friend group say that like look, reprints are okay. Anything else you have to kind of get permission. Make sure that it's not going to be like, too game breaking or too annoying or like frustrating to play against. There's that little dark bit in there which I think is going to look quite nice for his little pipe. And we're just going to pick out the gold tails on his helmet here. Go. He's coming together, he's getting there. Ears and his little belt thing that he has. the gold on his little tunic. Try not to be too messy with it. Put a little bit on the red and then in between, but when the wash goes down, that'll probably get hidden. So now that these brushes work, I can actually go tidy up the bomber, just get all the mistakes that those old brushes were forcing on me. Obviously the skin tone, probably I'll do that off screen as well because it's just painting white and then doing a like a paint or speed paint over it. Very easy to do. What I might do, I probably should just post more stuff on my Insta. So if you're watching and you're not already, check out the Instagram. I have I don't post a lot of stuff to it because I kind of forget about it, to be honest, but what is up there is some good stuff as far as I know. Yeah, I'll post it up. And then Alex last week, whenever he was in chat, he has suggested, I was talking about getting the community page up on the channel. We hit 50 subs, so that means you get the community page. I meant to actually use it, but what I could do is post some of the... I'll post whenever I get the wash done and then the tidying up on the Gyre Bomber. I'll post pictures of those in there. If you want to see that stuff, do subscribe. I think that's how you get the community tab. We're close to getting to the stage where we are donezo. I'm quite happy with how this guy's come out so far. I am quite good with the characters again, just because focuses one model. Excruciating detail, which is something I enjoy. There's a couple little bits on the weapon I just want to pick up with the gold. Right, his little accent here on his gauntlet. Just do the paint's all towards the tip of the brush. Just remember to yell at me whenever get my placing. My ingenious I have a mark there, so I know that if I'm holding it in front of this, that it should be centered. Occasionally I get distracted and then go to the other side of the camera. A little bit of gold on the red there, but I just want to make sure that the paint's in the brush again. Okay. Bits of detail on the bottom. No. These little bits on his bandolier, his holster, I don't know. I'm not a cowboy, I don't know what they call gun parts. Okay, so next we will move on to his gun. There isn't a whole lot of gold that we're going to do up here, apart from that little trim. Save that to last, front and back. Back of the Grimm. Which, by the by, if you didn't know, the little dwarf name for these little like faces that they have everywhere is just called a Grimm. I don't know if that's a real life thing or not. It could be. Dwarves are like Norse / Celtic inspired, so it could be like a real life thing. This one idea I had for a video was just like the history of like, the design for Warhammer and like 40k and stuff. What the influences were. Obviously, for fantasy, it's Tolkien-esque lore mixed with real world lore, just like an expansion on effectively what Tolkien wanted, which was mythology for the UK, specifically the English. So Warhammer's kind of like an expansion on that, where it's more of like a mythology for the entirety of did I get more red paint on that? I have to get myself right, tidy that up. But Warhammer is effectively like an extension on like European lore, like a Tolkien-esque lens. So the dwarves are like Nordic. I think my playlist paused. Yeah, it's exactly what it's what I think it's supposed to be like referencing. The Wood Elves are more like Celtic, like Irish Celtic inspired. The dwarves are a bit more Scottish. Celtic inspired, but they're like Scottish slash Viking inspiration, which if you know the history of like Northern Ireland and Scotland and stuff, you know that the coastline of both countries is settled by Vikings. So like there's even a historical Viking village you can visit here in Northern Ireland. So at least you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can. I remember going to it whenever I was a kid. It's like a little shared heritage if you didn't know. And then, as well as if you didn't know, the Spanish, when their armada was destroyed after they tried to attack England, a lot of their ships, they tried to get back to Spain by going around the north, over the north coast of Scotland, around the north coast of Ireland. And a lot of their ships wrecked on the rocky shores, and the Irish kings that lived along the coast pretty much just robbed all the money that they had on them, and either took them as like court servants and slaves, or either killed them or maybe sent them back to Spain if they were particularly charitable. Which is another little historical thing a lot of people don't really know. Or at least that's how I had it explained to me whenever we learned about the Spanish Armada and stuff. One of those things, you always hear stuff from like whenever you're taught stuff, you hear something cool and then you internalize it in like a very specific way. And you go look it up later, you tell someone about it, and because you've like, in your head, you're like, oh, everybody knows this because I know this. You're a child, obviously. You never really internalize any facts about it, other than like the sort of vague notion that you have of why the event happened. I've definitely done that a couple times where I've like explained something, someone went, that's not true, and then you go and look it up, and then you go, no, I am right, I just sort of misremembered a bit of it, or remembered something slightly differently to how it's like in the past. I don't know. Happens to me constantly. So I will say, oh my god, I watched a debate the other day. Well, not a debate, it was like a discussion with your man Hassan Piker was talking to Konstantin Kissin, I'm not sure which it is, but they were talking about the UK for some reason. I don't know why Hassan Piker was trying to talk about the UK, like, at all. And he just made up stuff. He was just like coming up with like, I have no idea where the info he got from, but he was just like saying things, and then Constantine was like sitting across the table from him, and he was like, no, actually, that's not right. It's not true. It's not even close to being true. What are you talking about? It's like, it was so funny. It was just like, he would say something, Constantine would go, no, and then explain, like, pull up like polls and figures from polls and stuff, and then Hassan had like no like actual knowledge on anything. And I was just like, why did he do this? Like, why did Hassan think it was a good idea to go and just make stuff up about a country like Konstantin Kishin fucking lives in? Like, he's like what? What he? Like, he's a fucking idiot. It's like 100%. It's like anytime he speaks, you know he's lying. It's so fucked. It's like, but it's like, well, who told him it was a good idea to do that? Like, and then I didn't realize this. I thought he was like completely like independently managing himself. Like, I knew he probably hired editors and stuff because he's, you know, like a big content creator, but I didn't think he had like a whole like marketing team that he has hired working for him. Because he was talking like, again, this is like, I don't even go look this stuff up, it just gets recommended to me. But it's like he had that freak out in the Chinese hotel about his teams that edit for each of his social. He's like social media managers for like everything. He doesn't do anything himself. And he's like complaining that he didn't go viral. His like China trip didn't make him go viral in the way he wanted to. And he was like blaming his editors and his like marketing teams for not being fast enough with the edits. And I was just like, why didn't you do it? If you think it's slow, why don't you like just film something, put it up for TikTok or whatever, and then just do it that way. Do it yourself, and don't blame the people you hired to work for you. Lazy Hallion. I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, what is this? Like, this guy's like huffing his own fucking farts. I just couldn't believe. Like, he would like go, oh, my trip didn't go viral because the guys I hired didn't do the work I told them to do. And it's like, what? I mean, what? I couldn't fucking like wrap my head. I had no idea he had like a team of people. Because sure, he needs to hire someone to tell him what not to fucking say. Like, okay, don't go on a debate with Konstantin Kishin of all people, and then try to tell Konstantin Kishin, who grew up in the USSR, that communism is a good thing and that Russia in the USSR actually did it right. And Konstantin, who grew up during the USSR and like fled, his family had to flee Russia because of them. Like, well, I mean, he did stuff. There was like he went to like some, I don't know if it was an actual like hospital or if it was like a holistic, like traditional Chinese medicine place. But he went to like one of those places in China, and like the doctor came out and like gave him a tour and all, and it was like they had like a special sign over where it's like Hassan. They spell his name wrong. They call him Hassan Pike. They dropped the R on his like on his name, which is, and he's so angry. Like in that video, the clip, if you can find it, is hilarious. He's so mad. He has like a face of pure thunder, like looking at the Hassan Pike and team bit on it is so funny. And then or entourage or whatever they call it. It's really really funny if you ever see that clip. I think that guy Pegasus, I think it's on one of his more recent videos. If you ever like watch it, he's really good. He's someone I like. He seems to dislike Hassan Piker almost as much as I do. There's like, oh god, I don't know why this is just in my head now, but there's also that like same clip. I think it's in that if you watch the most recent More Pegasus video on it, or like one of the more recent ones, because I think he posts daily. But you watch one of the most recent Hassan Piker focused one. There's like a bit where he like someone comes onto his chat to troll him, and the troll tells Hassan Piker to ban him, go ahead and ban him, and it's like, oh nice. So you probably saw this bit too. The troll's like, ban me, and then the Hassan Piker's like, no, I'm not going to ban you. And, and it's like, okay, so that guy just used reverse psychology on you and it worked because you're a bloody idiot. Like, you don't think about anything you do. It's so funny. I was just like, oh no, he's an idiot. He's a proper moron. Could not believe he fell for like reverse psychology ban me. I was like, oh. He's a bloody moron. If you want to laugh, watch the search. I think it's Trigonomics interview with Sam Piker. That's the one I was talking about earlier, where he's just making stuff up about the UK. You just want to watch him make up facts, and then Constantine like pull facts out, like memorize stuff. Oh god, it's so funny. I don't know who told him it was a good idea. Like he would be a good intellectual match for Konstantin Kishin of all people. Is like. That man's on a different level. So once we get this gold done, we don't have that much left to do. Just have the rim to do here of the golds. Last little bit of his helmet, and then we are. So. Well, not done so, but we have the copper to do, and then I think we can end the stream. We've been going for only 2 hours. It's not that bad. But we've been going a bit longer than that. What music is this? This is fun. I'm gonna keep this. This is funny. It's like very dramatic, like flamenco. We went from smooth jazz to flamenco. I'll take it. I like it. Yes, I watched a video on recently. I watched a video on iDubbbz recently about his new, like, I don't know what it is, but have you heard his, like, if you, I don't even know if you follow the iDubbbz stuff, but it's like his laugh where he sounds like Chris Griffin. I have no clue what that's about, but it's so funny. It's like, and he's like ha 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 like that. It's cursed. It's like the most cursed thing I think I've ever heard. There's no way it's his like real laugh either. It's like clearly like a fake, like put on like control thing that he's doing. But it sounds so annoying. It just makes me want to punch him. Like, well, I don't know. This music reminds me of Bleach music, the Iron Car arc. Is it Katamari? Well, I have to look. Is this a Katamari song that's been like flamencomized? Oh no, it's Mario Galaxy. Okay. we'll try this one. Pokemon Emerald mariachi remix. We'll try this. This is good. I like this. The art they have for Rayquaza on the video is class. I like that. The other was Super Mario Galaxy. Missed a bit of the silver on this, but fine, we can come back later and grab it. Sure, we got a nice fine point because we don't want to mess up too badly. This Pokemon music's brilliant. I can't wait until the next Pokemon game when they base it in Mexico. And every Pokemon is Ludicolo. This is like, why didn't they do this Well, I don't know. Did they do this in Scarlet and Violet? Never played this, so I don't know what the music was like. Oh god, that sounds cool. I know that the was Sword and Shield was like England. The Goblin Pokemon, I can't remember what he's called. From Sword and Shield. He is he fit right into like an Ireland, like a Celtic themed Pokemon, I think. What I think that's all the gold done, by the way. What region is uh Colosseum? What region are they in? I always thought it was like America. Whenever I was Grim Snarl. Oh yeah. Okay. I just thought it was America for the Colosseum games, but then those games come out in their America, so I have no clue where that would be. Because it would fit like America's like Grand Canyon esque, like California style. Is sort of always the vibe I got from it. Because he's like driving a big motorbike about and stuff and doing that, but I don't know if that can be like the case anymore. This guy's standing on a gear, by the way, so copper. Basic. Yeah, it's just the vibe. I don't know. And it's like sort of Native American for some of the zones, like that one town. The Coliseum's such a cool. Game. Gen 3 really did have a lot going for it. Like the remix of Red and Green. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. I'm just completely absorbed in this remix of this song. It's brilliant. I think most of the copper's going to go here. I missed a bit there, actually. It's very obvious. Arizona, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Like deserty. Like Grand Canyon esque, because there's like a lot of cliffs and desert in it. I think I might leave this bit here grey, just again to break it up a bit. We don't want too much of this copper. It's quite a powerful color. Very reddy. It's come out, which I'm quite happy with. Nice little differentiation. A lot of my dwarf leaders tend to be a bit more blue looking, so he's going to look different compared to them, which is good on tabletop. You know, on the community thing, I might put some bat rep style pictures just of games played. Might be a fun way to do it. And you always forget how much you like the Pokemon theme song is like ingrained into your like subconscious whenever it was like a game from your childhood. Like the Gen 3 was my like first generation of Pokemon. So I think we're once we get this spike bit here finito. There we go. Alright, and then there's a couple bits that need to tidy up, but I will do that off. So, there we go. This. Only a couple of mistakes, but they're not anything major. So we will pull that to quits for today. I will get everything done and then we'll do the highlight next week. Unless I decide to finish him, there might not be enough to highlight. I'll have a look after I do the wash. Get his beard done. But yeah, that's it for today. So thank you all very much for watching. If you got this far and you want to keep up to date, make sure to subscribe. Leave a like because it'll get the video recommended to more people just to watch the VOD and stuff. So yeah, I will chat to everybody I know later on, but hey, thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.